This is Kharak Cup 6. And we are on Tidam Passage with Rompafrolic as Galcian in purple and Shrike as Coalition in red and white. Let's have a look-see. What are we seeing? Everyone on CUs because we want those lovely, lovely CUs so we can build economy and build raiding units and do all that good stuff. Rompafrolic and Shrike. Shrike's a strange one because I mean I've seen Shrike do some really ballsy stuff and it pays off, but I've also seen Shrike flail about horribly and die. And I haven't watched a lot of gameplay for a while, so I mean I don't know how much people have improved or whether they've gotten lazy. So, where is no Romp? Where are you going with your carrier? What are you doing? What are you? No, seriously, what are you doing? Like you need. Like, here's the rule, right? You see how far over your salvages can harvest from, so there, and then you will be about here. Like that's this is too far over. The rule is if your salvager needs to turn around or move at all to drop off, you are screwing your economy. The end. It's not worth being as far over as you are. So we've got Romper going for a 1 PC skim rush. While Shrike is building lots of nothing. No tech. No AAVs, no railguns, no air. And nothing building. That's highly concerning. What's going on in the resources? Shrike spending? What the hell? First LAV comes out. It's not like Shrike's got more economy. Like I said, there's no tech pickup, so I can only imagine that. Has Shrike got power? No? Did Shrike screw his economy or something? One thing, he's got, yeah, 2 idle salvages he brought back. I was worried he's like screwed his economy somehow, like he idled salvages. Turret goes down. Alright, there we go. There's the tech pickup. That's the AAV tech coming up. So that basically makes Shrike safe against any sand skim regression. Keep in mind, if anything was queued, I would be able to see it up here, unless the replay is just that bugged. I've never known it to be that bad. The other thing is that you can tell when things are building. There's little flashing lights on units, so I know that there is a sand skimmer building because there's this little flashing light, and it's gone off now because the unit is built. That's the way it works. The replay viewer in this game is a bit ad hoc. We'll go with that. So yeah, AV's coming forward now, and yeah, very simple rule I live by with AAVs. If you have 1 AAV for every 4 strike craft you're dealing with, you're fine and dandy. Lovely. You will completely dominate that engagement. The enemy can only run. It will not work out well for them. That is the general rule of thumb. What have we got going on meanwhile? We got Shrike mucking about with his base run. I presume he's trying to, like, is he going to build a turret there? Is he going to put a turret down? I'm going to be pretty, or is he repairing it? He has brought it back to repair it. Fine, it's fine. He wants a healthy base runner. Just don't forget it's there. You need it elsewhere. We've got rails coming out now from Romper. And Romper's really in control here. I know there's these AAVs, but like Romper's over at his extraction. Why are you making so much noise? But fixed. Sorry about that. New phone, finicky thing. Yeah. And Romper's going aggro with his carrier. Okay. And he's building a second PC, so he's not going into full aggression here. Oh, right, that's his plan. Right, so he's going to have his PCs are going back to start gathering resources. They're becoming refinery mode, and then he's going full aggression with the carrier. And then he's going to back that up with assault rails. There's one problem with that, and that is that if SHRIKE goes heavy on LEVs and rails, that won't work too well. But there's no sign of railgun tech, so... What are we seeing then? Not much in the way of upgrades. Range calibration. Alright. Very strange choices. I mean, I do agree with range calibration being great, but like there's no heavy railguns to take advantage of it. I mean, I presume because of what he's going for, he's paranoid that his opponent's gonna, I know, hard red that it's gonna be a carrier rush and is gonna get railguns. I suppose there they are. Yeah. But then why are you still building assault rails? Yeah, coming around. Yep, he'll be able to push through that armoured assault, hit the support cruiser, but then that railgun's going to just move up on this hill there and stop him. And yeah, so this is looking very, very favourable for Rompa right now. If that artifact goes in, this carrier is going to become quite scary. Yeah, there's 2 railguns, but those 2 railguns have got a lot of targets they've got to worry about in various different directions, so it's very easy to tell who's in control here, because one's got uncontested economy and the other one's kind of backed up against his economy. Oh well. That's a pretty poor place for a turret, to be fair. Damn, SHRIKE, you're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble. Oh, he doesn't even realise he's losing his main eco, does he? He doesn't even realise. Oh, wait, yes he does. Ah, the power of coalition. Reactive armies. I'll just build an army to deal with you. Ho ho. Is the support cruiser going to survive? Yes, it is, because AAV smoke. Oh, man. See, I listen to people who are like, we need to buff the AAV, and that the LAV is fine, and the extent of laughing and screaming, internally usually, is pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy, because, like, Jesus Christ. Like, anyone who thinks this thing, this cheap as chips, hard as nails, utility out the yin-yang, needs buffs, is bonkers. If you're honestly going to turn around to me and be like, the reason the AAV needs buffs is because it needs to be better versus the assault ship. The problem is not the AAV, the problem is the assault ship. You crazy... Like, review how you use and how the assault ship works. The assault ship is a giant pile of steaming garbage. It has no micro applications. It's not a fun unit to use. It's just bad. The AAV is fine. It's a good, strong, well-rounded utility unit. The assault ship is a pile of garbage. Stop using the assault ship as a reason to bloody well change the AAV, you stupid gits. Like, Jesus. Anyway, back to the game at hand. For anyone who didn't know, I don't like assault ships. I think they're dumb. And that's why you won't see them in games. So yes, we've got a blob of railguns. Rompafrolic has a pretty distinct advantage. We've got skimmers coming in here which are going to chew up these railguns. Rompa does need to be careful. His carrier is indeed exposed, but I get the feeling those railguns aren't going to be putting many more shots on. And it's cheese. We're playing cheese. Ah, man, Rompa. Rompa, if you ever watch this, I hate you. I hate you. I hate S. Like, this is This has become a very serious problem. It's not a pleasant thing to experience, because it kind of accentuates the problems with carriers being these sort of very tanky, very deadly lumps, and being free. But yeah, like, this very quickly gets out of hand, the amount of free HP it works out as. So the way it works is the base runner heal is 400 HP to any unit in the AoE. Base runner, friendly units, enemy units. And now it's got no cost. You're basically... So these 4 here are giving, what, 1,600 HP? Which doesn't seem like much, but that adds up very quickly, especially when combined with the regen system. Where's the cooldown on it again? And that's coming out every 50 seconds. Again, it doesn't seem like much, but it very quickly stacks up. And I've seen people get 10 base runners and do this. I know, I don't... It's not good game design. It's not fun for anyone involved. It's very much one-sided and unfun. Just not a fan. So yeah, here we go again. So now this carrier, which would still be regen, it's on regen 1 and it's almost at full health. So it's, yeah, it allows for the carrier to dip in and out of combat so much more frequently and have so much more influence. It also allows you to play much more, make more risky plays with the carrier. There's just no drawback once it gets going. There's the initial investment, which is in this case 1,000 CUs, but when you consider the combat value of the carrier, it's worth it. How do you counter it? Well, he's dealing with heavy railguns which outrange him due to range calibration. Although he's going to have this... Yeah, fortunately the carrier can't move up this hill, so he's got some control with that. But he's going to take really poor trades with these heavy rails. Yeah. I mean, right now this carrier is scouting and killing anything that comes in range, so it's really controlling. While I do agree, like, Rompa's ahead, which has allowed him to do this. Shrike's been quite passive and generally not taken the initiative. He's always been on the back foot. This is particularly bad in team games, where this is very easy to pull out, and it is so much work. Like, if your team is not on point, this will outright kill your team, or kill the enemy team. It's really... It gets out of hand very quickly. I played a team game, and the only reason that this didn't basically win that entire game, regardless of my own micro efforts, was that my allies were winning their fronts, and so that allowed them to help clean up this kind of playstyle. But yeah, in any even game, this is a really big power tilt. It really does allow you to dominate the late game. But yeah, unfortunately, Shrike never really taking the initiative and losing his main eco. Not controlling artifacts, not getting any artifacts. Just, yeah. Yeah, it is over. I can't really say that Rompa didn't earn this victory. It's just how he chose to go about it is kind of... It's a bit filthy. And you know, there are much better ways he could have won this match. So, yeah. Not a fan. does not promote good gameplay. Yeah. Again, Romper honestly won that game. It's just it's a playstyle which I think is unpleasant and bad for the game. So, just where I stand with it. Never underestimate the potency of burst healing.